What's up, guys? C5 Administrator here. So, I haven't made a video in a while, mostly due to technical difficulties with the editing software that I was using. I didn't really want to get another one because if you edit videos, you know that you seem to kind of get super adept with one, and using a different one could alter the quality of the videos. But yeah, that's a topic for another time. Today we're going to talk about Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Another year. It seems like I do this every single year. Call of Duty comes out and I play it, and I usually don't really have very many good things to say about it, to be completely honest. But I might have a little bit more good things to say about this particular Call of Duty. Just maybe. I do feel as though there are obviously problems. Yes. But I do also feel as though that this game is I think it might be 2 or 3 patches away from greatness. I'll get into what I mean by that, but first off, I want to start with the actual problems that the game has. Obviously, there are ones that wouldn't really surprise you, like weapon balance is always a problem. The shotguns seem a little powerful. The M4 is very powerful. There are some pretty powerful weapons in this game, especially the M4, and a specific shotgun, which is the 7.25, has some ridiculous range. The double barrel shotgun, basically the Olympia, has some ridiculous range, and it's kind of insane. The thing slaps. It's basically a sniper rifle. Once you get a lot of the attachments on it, it's disgusting. But it does only have 2 shells, so I kind of understand why it is so powerful. But I'm gonna get into a lot of the solutions to a lot of these problems a little bit later in this video. There are camping problems, and there is a map problem. But I kind of feel like these 2 problems go hand in hand. You got bad maps with too many lines of sight, and it will result in a lot of camping because people don't like dying. People don't like being shot in random places. It's very frustrating. And there was actually a leak that went out with the developers even saying that they basically made it this way on purpose to kind of help out newer players, I guess. Which I do understand what they were trying to do. It's kind of working. I played a search and destroy game with some of my friends, and one of my friends, she had never played one match on this game. She was the party leader, and she wanted to play Search and Destroy first. So we went into Search and Destroy, and with the preset class with the FAMAS in it, she actually still ended up going 4 and 6. Now, a lot of the really good players are going to say, well, 4 and 6 is pretty bad. Is it, though? In Search and Destroy 1, which is, it's a 1 live game mode, it's an objective game mode. You play the objective, you might die a couple of times. Plus, somebody's very first game playing, going 4 and 6 just really isn't that bad to me. So I feel like the maps having so many lines of sight and so much going on with it, it encourages new players or bad players to camp, and the better players that are playing aggressive get picked off a lot. Get just picked off by players that just simply know how to point and shoot. Another problem with that is that when you're tactical sprinting, it seems like the the time to ADS, or the time to even shoot your weapon, just to hip fire your weapon out of the tactical sprint, takes forever. So you're tactical sprinting, you run into a room, you see the camper in the corner, but the camper's already pre-aiming, and there's nothing, and I mean nothing you can do. The camper's gonna kill you. You're not gonna be able to. You're not even gonna be able to pull the trigger of your gun in time at all. Now, I feel I obviously want these problems to be fixed, but I am afraid that they will be fixed in the wrong ways. So let's think about the shotgun, or the shot, not even the shotguns, just the 7.25. Let's say they nerfed the 7.25 or the Olympia into the ground, and they nerfed the M4 into the ground. Okay, those were the two most prevalent weapons. They were doing the most damage in multiplayer, and now the other, they're to scale with the rest of the weapons. To most people, that sounds like a good thing, but I feel as though in the context of Call of Duty, I feel as though the best Call of Duty games were the ones where everything was really good, and it kind of just made things really fun because you could be effective with pretty much anything, like pretty much anything. Think about like Modern Warfare Remastered or Modern. I don't really like Modern Warfare 2, but Call of Duty 4, I really like Call of Duty 4, and Modern Warfare Remastered. I feel like in those games, the AK-47 is like a two hit kill with stopping power. But the M16 will one burst you, and at close range, the MP5 will 2 or 3 hit you, and that gun's got a super high fire rate. The P90 will kill you in 3 to 4 bullets, and it's got a 60 round mag. The Deagle doesn't even have a fire, like basically doesn't have a fire rate cap, so you could 2-hit somebody with that super easily. You know, you see where I'm going? Instead of nerfing 2 weapons into the ground and then like buffing the M13, and then the M13 is OP, and now the Kilo is OP because you buffed the ADS time on that, and you know, it just, I feel like the game will be more fun and people will enjoy the game more if instead of nerfing the good weapons, just buff everything else up to scale with the rest of the weapons in the context of a Call of Duty game. Okay, I feel as though that is the most fun you can really have with Call of Duty, when everything is good. Everything is good, nothing is bad. That is the most fun you have. Call of Duty 4, people say it's unbalanced, but it's not really unbalanced because everything is good. So yeah, the M16 is OP, but I'll kill you just as fast with the AK-47. I will. I'll drop you like just as fast, maybe even faster, really. The AK-47 with stopping power and deep impact, you slap a noob tube on that thing, you're gonna be shooting through walls and blowing people to smithereens, and just, you're gonna be having a lot of fun. So yes, the M4 is very powerful, but maybe we should buff the Kilo and the M13, and maybe even the FAMAS, maybe, and buff a lot of the other weapons up to a lot of the other fully automatic weapons to its level, pretty much, especially in the assault rifle category. Now the shotgun, people are saying the 7.25 is super overpowered because it has range. All the shotguns in this game drop kids, okay, and I'm fine with that, to be honest. I come from playing heavy, insane amounts of Battlefield, okay? The shotguns are always powerful in Battlefield because shotguns are powerful weapons. Okay, if you're trying to be any type of realistic, the shotguns are going to hit like trucks. They just are. If you get caught inside a building with a shotgun and somebody's hitting their shots, you're going to have a hard time combating that. It's a shotgun. But I think maybe the range on it needs to be a little bit nerfed, but I think that the amount of power it has is completely justified. It's a double barrel shotgun. It's got 2 shells. It's only got 2 shells, guys. It's got 2 shells. Now, it shouldn't be sniping people, but you should be able to just definitely 100%. You should be able to decimate people if you hit them. I don't care if you graze with that double barrel shotgun. If you get like a decent graze, it should one-shot people. The thing has 2 shells. All we need to do is shorten up the range and maybe slow the reload down. The maps, nothing you can really do about the maps, but make the mini map normal, get people moving around more. You can board up some of the I don't really doubt that you can't board up some of the lines of sight and, you know, get them out of the way a little bit. You know, get rid of some of the lines of sight and make them a little bit more like traditional Call of Duty maps, because that's what people want. I don't necessarily agree with the whole 3-lane simple map design, but maybe we try the mini map first, and if people still don't move, we shore up some of the little camping spots, close some of them off, because there are random spots. Like, go on Ground War and go on like Tavorsk District. There are random rooms for no reason. There are random tiny garages where people set claymores down and just sit there. There are random rooms through hallways that have no value to the map and the design of the map at all. The only value they have is so that people can sit inside of them and be annoying. So close those up, close up some of the lines of sight. I don't think they had a super bad idea with the more complex map design. I like that. I think Ghost did a lot of that, and I like Ghost for that. There's a lot of different levels and a lot going on those maps, but it was just executed much better. I think that there are some things that need to be done, like the mini map and like shoring up some of the lines of sight in order to get people moving. Call of Duty isn't fun when people are camping, okay? I understand people enjoy that playstyle. I understand some players just aren't as good, but the whole point of playing video games is to take your time and get better at them. Yes, this is coming from the dude who like is really bad, not very patient. I don't have a lot of grit when it comes to this kind of stuff. I kind of just like to play it and be decent at it off rip, and if I'm not, I get angry, okay? But the point is to get better over time, and I feel as though the new players and the bad players will not get better if we're gonna cater to them, and we're going to basically make it a new paradise with a million camping spots and making it to where I can't ADS when I tactical sprint, so that the noob camping can just pre-aim me, and I have literally not enough time to get my gun down or even fire my gun at that and shoot him. That's not very good game design at all. I understand not wanting to scare away casual players, but another thing you have to realize is your Call of Duty. You're not scaring away casual players. You have the most casual players. But that is it for today. This is my first video in a while. I'm going back to uploading. I'm going to try to upload somewhat regularly, to every 2 or 3 days maybe. I don't know. But peace out. That's all.